What's up, y'all? Just another random thought that I had because I like correlating stuff, to fitness that people might not think about a lot of times. So, for anybody who used to play the Pokemon games, I don't know too much about the last two generations, but I used to play anywhere from X and Y all the way back to Red and Blue. So, if you used to play those, you're going to know what I'm talking about. But if you're trying to get in shape, start your fitness journey, you can relate it to it just like how you used to play the Pokemon. So you remember when you get your first Pokemon, you start off choosing between the three in a lab. If you played Red and Blue, it's Professor Oak, and other ones like I think Gold and Silver, Professor Birch, or what have you. But they always give you a choice between a water type, grass type, and a fire type. And depending on which one you choose, that's like it depends on how easy or hard the beginning or end of the game is. But that's your starter. You're starting off at level 5. Many of you starting your fitness journey, you're starting off at level 5. So at the beginning of the game, you're fighting the beginners like the Rattatas and all of that stuff, level 2, level 3. You only got like 2 moves. You're not really proficient in battle. You don't have much experience. You're not that high of a level. So the mistake a lot of people make, they're trying to get too advanced too quick before they even reach the level that they need to. You haven't learned any new moves, but you're looking at how to beat the Elite Four. You're not there yet. Slow down. So after you get experience by being consistent doing battles, that's like you in the gym. You got to be consistent and you get better over time. So don't try to rush through, oh, I need the perfect regimen starting off. Now you want to do good form so you can prevent injury, so your ass ain't going to Nurse Joy after every workout. But you want to, build the muscle. You want to get better over time. Each time you go into the gym, each time you complete a gym workout, that's you gaining experience to get to the next level. So you want to progressively overload because you ain't getting to level 100 fighting level 2 and 3 Rattatas and some Metapods and Caterpies all the whole journey through. Now you gotta, after you get a little bit better, you get proficient, you need to up the level, increase the weight a little bit. Maybe you can add an extra set here or there depending on the workout, but ultimately, you want to build muscle, you gotta over time increase the weight. Even if you go up, let's just say 5 pounds over like every month, you go up 5 pounds. Over the course of a year, you increase your weight dramatically. So that's like what? Like 60 pounds or so heavier. And depending on your level, give or take, you might be able to do more, a little bit less, but still, that's still a dramatic improvement from, what you started off with. Just like your Pokemon, you keep battling, gaining experience. Those level 2s and 3s, even level 5s, this is going to be a blowout. It's going to be like no competition. You're going to need something, a little stronger for you to keep advancing. So don't worry about how to beat the Elite Four. You're trying to train, and some of y'all try to go up too fast. You're trying to fight Victory Road Pokemon, and you only got like 2 badges. Of course you're going to burn out. You don't stand a chance. So you're trying to expedite the process. Yeah, you can, I'm saying you still want to progressively overload, but I would say to keep it safe, depending on the person, some people you might find you're able to take on a little bit more, but if it's a breeze and it's barely a challenge, that means the weight is too light. So if you want to gain muscle, I didn't gain muscle by keep doing the same exact weight and just going through the motions, because that's all you're doing. You're just doing cardio at that point. And the whole thing of getting in shape is like you want to build muscle. Building muscle speeds up your metabolism, so you don't have to kill yourself in the gym 24/7 in order to lose the fat. Because when you lose the fat, you reveal the muscle that's underneath. There's a lot of people who have the muscle, but they eat like shit. So the muscle is covered up because of all the fat that they have over it. So they might be big and husky, but they're not going to get ripped. They're not going to have lines, in the muscles for you to see. Even without me flexing, just normally talking, I don't even have to flex. When I do flex, you see it more. But all that to say is because outside the gym, I have a decent calorie deficit. Yeah, I might have some stuff here and there, like some pizza. I don't even eat pizza often, actually. But even I find healthier versions of the same snacks that still taste good. I know sometimes you just have to do your research or trial and error, because I'm not gonna lie, some protein shakes and stuff I taste like shit, but not all of them. But if you want to get an idea of which ones I do, I'm gonna have my Instagram in the description box below. You can go to the food and see what kind of snacks and stuff I eat that don't taste like garbage. So it won't be as hard. It just makes the fitness journey a little bit easier. But here's the thing, just like in the Pokemon game, you have what's called an item finder. Some of y'all spend so much time on the internet trying to look for shortcuts. That's you looking for rare candies. Yeah, rare candies is gonna let you grow one level. But over the course of the whole game, you might be able to find like 4 or 5 rare candies in the entire game. You're looking for rare candies, but you're finding a full restore, a full heal. Oh, I might find a rare candy here. You find a great ball or something, and it's not all of the stuff that you're finding is not going to be beneficial to the goal that you're looking for. So you're wasting your time. You want to know the true shortcut to getting in shape? Being consistent. That is the fastest way, hands down, throughout this test of time. Because the 6 months that you can spend being consistent versus the 6 months you looking for shortcuts, you're still going to look the same or even worse looking for those shortcuts than you would taking just the 6 months it takes for you staying consistent to see much more dramatic results. So while you're wasting your time looking for the rare candies to level up, the other trainer is over there grinding it out, leveling up even faster than it takes for you to find and apply those rare candies. So this Pokemon leveled up 20 times and you found 1 or 2 rare candies during that same time. And guess what? 5 years done passed and you're still trying to achieve the same goal. With this person achieved in 6 months what you've been trying to do in 5 years, 7 years, 10 years for some of you, even more. So stop trying to look for the shortcuts. I'm telling you what the shortcut is. I don't know how to say it any plainer than this. Just stay consistent and slowly, progressively overload. Because as you do it, you start to get better. As you start to get better, you start to see better results. And that's going to be the motivation you have. Because you can't rely on the motivation all the time, but it does help. When you start to see the changes, you're not going to want to give up on the changes that you see, because you're going to know that it actually works. Is it going to happen overnight? No, but it's going to happen a hell of a lot faster than you looking for all these shortcuts, all these gimmicks. Everybody's trying to reinvent the wheel and telling you a bunch of bullshit. All you got to do is eat natural foods. And the easy way, we have technology now to where we have apps that can calculate and do all the math for you. There's a app called Macros First. It's free. You have also MyFitnessPal. But you can look at me, even if you just want to get to where I'm at. I use a free app called Macros First. It does all the math for you. You scan the barcode, all the protein, calories, carbs, fats, all of that stuff pops up, and you can scan stuff throughout the day. And the stuff that you don't know, you can just go on Google. Get you a cheap weight scale. I got mine for like $10 on Amazon. That's what I use. So anything that doesn't have a barcode, like maybe some lettuce or something, you can just easily weigh it out and you can save it. If you eat prepare the same kind of meal, you can save it to where you don't have to keep, putting it in. You already have it saved. You just click on it and it does all the math for you. I don't know of any way right now where it could be any more simpler than that, because people say, oh, it takes too much, it's exhausting, oh, I gotta keep up with all of this stuff. No, you don't. You got an app on your phone that can calculate all of that stuff. So making it difficult to calculate your calories and your macros, that's at this point is just an excuse. So you're trying to level up like you do in Pokemon. You took your Pokemon through different gym battles, you're testing it, you're leveling it up, you're gaining experience. You could do the same thing with yourself in real life. Every time you go to the gym, your XP bar goes up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. You grow a level. You could add 5 more pounds to whatever weight you was doing. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little, and you just keep growing levels. Add another 5 pounds. But before you know it, you're getting in way better shape. You're getting way more benefits. It cuts down the time, because in 3 months you're still looking for shortcuts. You're surpassing anybody who's just sitting and looking for information instead of actually doing. And then people are going to be asking you, hey man, how you get your shoulders like that? Hey man, how you grow your arms like that? Hey man, how you get your legs a little thicker or whatever? People are going to start asking you questions about it. And you could just tell them, do the same thing. I just did the work. I just stayed consistent. I didn't try to do bodybuilder workouts, and I never been in the gym a day in my life, and I burnt out after 2 and 3 weeks. So if you ever played Pokemon, you know the process of what it takes to get to Elite Four. Even if you want to get past the Elite Four, I think in Black and White they had what's called Battle Tower. They're even stronger than the Elite Four, and that's like another level, step above. After you become a Pokemon master and all of this stuff, you can challenge yourself even more. So even if you want to get to the next level, there's levels to this stuff. But especially if you're a beginner and you don't know what to do, just stick with the basics. Don't worry about no advanced military workouts and all of that stuff. Push-ups, pull-ups, because majority of my gains I got with a pair of dumbbells. Real talk. I got me a pair of dumbbells at the house. I go to the gym. I do my exercise. I do some bench press here and there and stuff, and maybe some chest press. But majority of my exercises and the physique that I got was just a pair of dumbbells. The only thing I did, I stuck with the basics, and I progressively overload all the time and stay consistent. That is it. It's not that complicated. So anybody telling you got to be doing this and you got to be doing a backflip with doing a jumping jack at the same time, come down to a full split while you're doing, lateral rate, bullshit. Stick with the basics, progressively overload, stay consistent. And also calculate how much you're eating. If I'll say on average, I'm about like 5'10", 5'11". I'm eating on average between 2,000, maybe 2,200 calories a day. That's like my average. Some days a little bit less, some days a little bit more, but my average, I would say about like 2,100 calories. And I'm staying in the same shape that I've been in for a while. I might fluctuate in weight here and there by like, a couple pounds or whatever, but it never gets out of control. I'm staying at the same weight. I know what my maintenance is. So once you calculate that, whatever your desired weight is, whatever protein you need, the app does all of that for you too. But if you don't know, if you don't have a structure, if you need help with working and calculating your macros and all of that stuff, you can hit me up on my Instagram. Just DM me and we can set up a coaching call, see if you're a good fit. If you actually ready to get in the best shape of your life, I can help you do that. I can walk you through What I've done, I can show you. I can make a custom workout plan for you, whether you have access to a gym or not. I have a client right now who's a disabled veteran, making more gains than some people who have access to a gym with a pair of dumbbells. It's not it's not as complicated as people make it seem. The hardest part for most people is just staying consistent. So if you're ready to get in the best shape of your life, DM me on my Instagram. I'll have the link in the description box below. And hey, let's get it.